Hey, welcome back to the Marvelous Chats, everybody. My name's Hoffman. I'm here with Finto and Zaberwolf X, and we're going to be talking about Miss Marvel's episode 5. We're going to give you guys a review and a breakdown what we thought about the episode. But before we jump into that, if you guys want to leave a like on the video and leave a subscription on the channel so you can come back and watch all of our nerdy comment, feel free to do that. And let us know what you guys think about Miss Marvel episode 5 in the comment section below while we're getting through this. So Miss Marvel episode 5 kind of picks up at the very end of episode 4, just rolls right into it. Zaberwolf, what do you think of episode 5?
I actually kind of like the first half of it. I thought it was very intuitive. You know, seeing the past, seeing what they had to go through in their past life, especially like being able to see what Aisha went through, and seeing how the coming of like Kamala's lineage came to be, and we see that the characters are more fleshed out in this like kind of past life than it is for this present stuff. Like I feel like we've strayed too far away, and that's why they had to do this flashback, because there's nothing else to talk about at the moment. You know what with I think it's Najma, I think that's her name, and she's like the bad guy, and like I really don't care.
Yeah, it's
You know, it's starting to get really bad to the point where like I don't care about this villain. I don't understand like what's actually her goal. Like why does she want to go to the other side? And Kamala is the only person that can actually like go back and forth between the two things, and she just doesn't get it through her head. And I know she wants the bracelet, but it's like I don't know. Like and the red daggers, like it's apparent that it doesn't matter that they even existed in the previous episode. Wasn't even discussed. You see like the guy for a split second. Nothing's happening in the present. It's all happening in the past apparently.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. This was one of my more like enjoyable favorite episodes of the series, which I kind of watched it, and like I'm having to watch it on my own now because my girlfriend won't watch it anymore because she just doesn't like it at all. So I'm kind of watching it on my computer like during my lunch breaks when the day comes out, and it's fine. Like this episode was good. There was a lot to kind of like take in the past, as you said, and I really liked the development of the characters. Yeah, it was interesting. I found like I'm like, this is some character development. This is like some like character driven storytelling, and it's interesting, And then it gets back to the present, and as you said, it's just more of the same. Like when the portal opened back to the other side or wherever they're trying to get to, the Jinn world, and they started like dusting when they were trying to go through it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. Like, if that happened in another show, you'd be like, Jesus Christ, like he just dusted, like what the hell? Like that guy turned to, you'd be like, whoa. Whereas in this, I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. And like, what really kind of shocks me is like, I did enjoy this one almost like, I'd say this is probably my sake of like, if I was to rank the episodes, it'd be the first episode and then maybe this one behind it. And so many people online that I was seeing after I watched the episode, like I hadn't read anything about it beforehand, so I had no kind of online influences to my like taking of the content. But I saw a lot of people just weren't liking it. They were calling it a filler episode, and I was like, Jesus, I was actually quite shocked by that, because I'm thinking like this is actually one of the ones that I enjoyed most of all. So I thought that was kind of strange. And what really worries me now is the fact that there's probably at best 40 minutes of content left for the season. So like, how are they going to wrap this up? Like, where are they going to go with it? And like, what's going to happen next? Like we know she's going to be in the Marvels movie. We have 40 minutes for her to basically get there. I don't understand how they're going to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see how people thought this was filler content because of the way it like picked up. And, the first 15, 20 minutes of this was a flashback to, the 1940s, when Pakistan was like splitting from India and stuff. And, the British were there. And I think what Finto is saying is true. Like that was like the best part. Maybe that's why you enjoyed the episode so much, because like I thought that was an excellent part of the show. Really intriguing stuff that we don't really see covered on TV. I have like a weird fascination because I took a couple of courses on like Indian history, and so like seeing that stuff on TV, I was like, oh, this is so fun to see in terms of like cinema. And then we go back to the present day, and I'm like, boring.
Yeah.
Like this is so terrible. Like our villain is killed off in episode 5, right? Like the lady who's chasing there. And so like, what do we do for like episode 6? You know what I mean? Like, where are we gonna go? Like, is the Department of Damage? Are they they're the villains now of the whole show? Like, you don't think they could have been setting up that a little bit harder from the beginning? because there could also be like a pretty interesting parallel between the British rule in India and how they were like, goons separating the Indians and getting after Muslim people, and what's going on with Kamala in the present day. Like they could have had that storyline, like weaving in and out for so long if they were going to be the end villain. And I don't know why they didn't lean on a little bit harder. Because yeah, we got one episode left, 40 minutes. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what's there? It's just the present day stuff is so boring. It's just so boring, man.
Yeah, dude, this needs a serious save in the last episode. Like, I need to see Brie Larson. I need to see Paul Rudd showing up here. Like, there's been a few references to Ant-Man. Like, I think this needs some Avengers to come in and save the day. Like, because it's like, what's going to happen? Like, in the last episode, she's going to make her way back to America. She's going to meet back up with Bruno. Bruno's going to be like, oh, your cousin here, he has powers now too. It's like, again, I don't care about any of this. And then she's going to have to get her new costume. We're going to have to do a whole kind of couple of minutes of her making it, trying it on, making herself public in the new suit. And yeah, I just don't feel like we have enough time to tell all this. Like, it's crazy.
And this is the fault of changing the origin story of Miss Marvel. Like this, they made it so convoluted and uninteresting because they were afraid to make her an inhuman, or even give her the same powers, like to embiggen, to stretch her arms out and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not because of the Mr. Fantastic thing. I really don't think it's that much close to it. And even then, there's plenty of other characters who have similar powers to others. So like, you can't make that excuse to me, man. Like I'm okay with seeing multiple versions of different characters that have similar powers.
Yeah.
So like, and like with this hard light thing, you're hard selling me on this hard light. So like, it's just ridiculous.
And the thing about them changing her powers, it's like when she started using her power, like she can shapeshift, she can turn into whatever she wants. Like that's her power set. That's why she can grow bigger. So she was changing herself into Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel rather. And the whole deal of it was like her coming to accept who she was in real life, and like who she was without powers, and that being her persona. And so they've completely gone away from that storyline, and there's nothing like what's her inner struggle here in this show that like we're supposed to really be caring about. And I don't know if I'm completely missing it or what, but like I don't feel an inner struggle with the character like every good origin has. Like Iron Man had inner struggles, Captain America did, Black Panther did. Like that's what's good about it. And this is just like floating along, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about anything that's happening in this show. I'm just kind of like going with the motions. I'm watching it so we could talk about it. I'm watching it so that I don't miss anything in the MCU because I'm an MCU simp, so I'll watch it all, but
yeah,
just in case there's some connective tissue somewhere, and this show desperately needs it. I can understand why maybe they didn't do anything in Hawkeye because there was enough going on, and the same with Loki and so on, but it's like this show has nothing. This show needs it. It really needs it, and it's we're not seeing any of it. We've had a couple of mentions of Captain Marvel, obviously, and we've had a couple of mentions of Ant-Man. I think they really need to just sell us that. Like they need to come through with that, and not just have them talking about it. I think we need to see something big for this show to have any worth going forward.
And this is one of the first few heroes that I've ever seen to get an ability that basically makes her invulnerable. She has not gotten hit once in this entire show because she has basically been given plot armor, literal plot armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I presume like if she was to get shot in the face, like nothing's going to happen because the bracelet will just put a shield up in front of her face. So she's invincible basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not fun at all.
No. It's like
this is why people don't like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Superman with the kryptonite, bro. That's why I hated Superman as a kid, dude. Like, because it was just like, if there was no kryptonite, he was literally unstoppable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Like her power set being different is weird. It makes her like invulnerable to so much. And I think it was a mistake being in Pakistan for 2 episodes. I think that was a little too much. I think that her setting in New Jersey has been a lot better. Having all the family members there has been better. Her being around like the mosque has been better. So I wish they would have been like in and out of Pakistan really quick. And I feel like we almost watched the same episode when it came to the story beats of her mom and her grandma like learning to love each other. Like they just rehashed it again. And
Right.
that's why it's like it does feel like a filler episode because we get a flashback to the past, then we get like the same story beats of her mom and her grandma. And like, are we going back to Jersey next time? Like it's I don't know, man. I'm lost in the show. I'm lost.
Yeah, dude, I really hope that this show doesn't reflect shows to come, because I think
Right.
I really hope that, like the first batch of shows that we've gotten have all had their own faults, and I'm praying that, starting with She-Hulk next, that we're into stage 2 or phase 2 of these TV shows where they're going to start learning from these mistakes, and I feel like they will, but I really hope that they don't take anything from this show into She-Hulk, because
Yes.
this show was a big F.
And I'm all for culture. I'm all for learning about someone's heritage, but I agree with Hoffman. I think we kind of stayed in Pakistan a little too long. I think this could have been all fit into one episode,
Like,
and then just like thrown us back into Jersey. Because I like Hoffman said, I really like Jersey,
Yeah.
and I love the first episode so much because of the way that they treated it. They were gonna make it so like vibrant and beautiful, and like give it all these different like animations and CG effects and colors, and it felt fun. And then we come to this bleak setting of Pakistan, and yes, they still have their lights and whatnot, but like it just feels down. It feels down in the dumps, and that's not what Miss Marvel is. Like it's supposed to be like lighthearted. It's supposed to kind of show that this 16 or 17-year-old girl is like working towards becoming a woman, learning about her culture, adjusting to things, and also like her costume is based upon her culture, which we still haven't seen yet. Like she's getting pieces of it nearly every episode, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Like that's not fun,
Dude,
like it because
the entire show is 6 like 30-minute episodes. Like there's movies that are longer than what this series is going to have a total runtime of, and they're like dragging their feet, and I don't understand it. Like, we should just be going boom 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 boom, just give us everything that we need to know, and then like see you later, on to the next thing.
I agree. Yeah, Disney Plus once again showing the writer problem that they have.
Yeah.
They need to start poaching writers from Amazon and from Netflix. What we really need is like the Duffer Brothers to come in and give us like a 1990s X-Men
Oh my
group film.
god, could you imagine that?
that
Woo!
would be so good.
That
Yeah.
would be so good, dude. Jesus, wow. You just blew my mind, sir.
I gotcha. All right, that's our discussion about episode 5 of Miss Marvel. If you guys want to share your comments down in the comment section below, have a conversation with us. Maybe you liked it more than we did. Maybe we're missing something. Let us know. But that is going to do it for the video. Leave a like on your way out and subscribe if you want to come back for our next one. We'll see you guys in the next video. Later, everyone.
Bye.
Later.